Not only do we have Jared Sullinger joining us, we also have his son, Jared Sullinger. So would this be Jared Sullinger Jr.?
Yes, this is Jared
Okay.
Sullinger Jr.
Okay. And give us some details on Jared Jr.
He's big as a house. He's 7 months in 18-month clothes. So hopefully we have the next best thing coming from Ohio in him.
So, Jared, let me ask you this. You were selected among the top Big Ten players of the decade. When you heard that news, what was your reaction?
I was shocked, honestly. So many great players come through the Big Ten year after year. People that have done, bigger things than what I've done. And I just think it's a blessing to know that, within the decade that I was one of the top players of that decade. And that says a lot, especially coming from one of the top conferences in the USA.
Put yourself back in your freshman year. So you joined a really good team, right? David Leidy and William Buford and John Diebler on that team. You're thrust into a starting role right away. What do you remember about kind of the pressure to perform from the very beginning?
I just remember Coach Mata was telling me, he was just like, hey, we have a really good team. We're going to lose Evan Turner, but I expect you to fill that void. And I was just like, huh? Why me? And it just kind of flowed like that. It just kind of flowed, and I had seniors and upperclassmen that was willing to take that role and just kind of ride me through my freshman year. And I was just lucky to have senior leadership that helped me and helped me understand the game faster as we got to Big Ten play and so on.
Sophomore year really different because all those upperclassmen that we talked about essentially moved on. And so now all of a sudden you're on a very young team and you are certainly in terms of experience, the veteran on that group and in terms of playing time, as you said. How did your role change your sophomore year?
I think it just changed because everybody looked towards me, Aaron, and Will, and was like, hey, y'all been here before. We had a lot of guys that didn't play a lot. Linzel came into the starting role. Deshaun came into the starting role. We had Evan Ravenel, who sat out that year, Jordan Cyber, Sam Thompson, Shannon Scott. So everybody just kind of looked towards us three who was playing the majority of the minutes the previous year and just were like, all right, how is it? Like, what's the target? Like, is there a target on our back? Like, how do we handle that target? And I thought, like I said, those guys' senior leadership from my freshman year really changed the game.
You made the Final Four that year. What's your best memory of that Final Four run?
I think it was just the enjoyment that we had as a team. I think throughout the year we went through some hiccups, especially late in the year. We had a couple hiccups, but that run that we went to play against Cincinnati, then we played against Syracuse. That run kind of brought us closer. Every game we got closer and closer and built a family around it. I think that was one of the most fun experiences that I had at Ohio State was going through that Final Four run.
It's interesting. I remember Thad Matta telling me this year, that year, I should say, the thing that I like the most about Jared Sullinger is he makes everyone around him better. Mm-hmm. How did you do that? What was it about your play that made people better?
I just think, honestly, it just takes time. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes, the mental capacity to understand that people lean on you, and you have to see their weaknesses and you got to see their strengths, and you just got to put them in the right position. I think my thing was making people better was commanding a double team, and I was able to pass out that double team. So as much as he says I make people better, I have to have trust in those players as well. To make those shots, to be in their position. So I think that was a 50-50 streak.
Jared Jr., anything to add? No? Okay. Jared, that was great. Thanks so much, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.